Hello and welcome back to She's Always.
Right.
I'm Sakshi.
And I'm Mansi. And here we talk about the things women think but out louder. And in today's episode is for the men who think attraction is all about good looks, muscles, or six pack abs. And for the women who know that it's not even close.
Yeah, and sometimes the hottest thing a man can do isn't physical at all. It's the way he talks, it's the way he shows up, and it's the way he listens to you and also makes you seen.
Or maybe just smells good and cook.
Oh, yeah, that too.
We'll talk about that in the episode. Come join us.
So, what is that first thing for you or your first point that would really turn you on?
I feel it is very basic, but I feel over the years I've understood that it's very important for me. If I have a person in my life, I would really like my man to know my family much more better. Like to take initiative to know all my family members or to know names of my cousins or extended cousins. I know it's a lot of effort because I have a very big family to start with. But these are very small things a man take initiative in, which makes me feel like, oh, he really cares about me or the people that I have grown up with. So I feel like if a man willingly comes to me and asks me, okay, you were talking about that bua, unki beti ka naam kya hai, unke kitne bache, what are they doing? It's a very generic thing, but I genuinely like and love that, he's taking the initiative to know my family and my family members better. And it just makes me happy that he wants to be, he knows who are the people in my life. So I think that is something I genuinely enjoy. And if over on top of that, he's updated with all of the gossip and everything that is happening in my family and with my cousins, then I'm all the more impressed. Because I know for men it's not a big thing and it's something that they don't put a lot of thought and a lot of their space of their head into. But it's just a very sweet gesture, I feel, if you know your partner's all extended family and stuff. Because women always do that. If they are associated with a man or they are in a relationship, they'll always make sure to know all his family members, all his cousins' birthdays. In fact, she will be the one in relationship who will keep on reminding her that, अरे तेरे उस cousin का birthday नहीं है कल, and all of that. But I think if that same kind of effort is taken from a man in the relationship, I absolutely love and enjoy that because it's such a cute thing to do, but still it makes a huge impact.
Yeah, especially because you are someone who's very much connected to her
Yeah.
family. So if the guy takes that kind of responsibility in your life, I'm pretty sure you'll be super happy with that.
I know, because and what has bothered me in the past few years, and this is something, as I said, that I'm a person who's super close to my family. In some recent weddings of my friends and my cousins, I've seen that, the dula doesn't know half of the family of the bride. And he's like cluelessly asking, he's meeting everybody, greeting everybody, but then he's asking, who was that? So I feel you're marrying each other, you are on your wedding day, if you're asking your partner that ye kaun hai, wo kaun hai, if you have, if you united your neighbors and stuff and then you don't know them, I completely get it. But if a person doesn't know the first cousin names of his partner, her partner, I feel that's such a big red flag for me that you never gave enough importance to know her family and the people she has grown up with. So I feel that. And if that happens to me, if my partner doesn't know my family members and what is going on in their life and doesn't take interest to know, then I would be a little bummed and bothered.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And that also makes you feel very respected if he does those kind of efforts, which are efforts for men.
Those are efforts. And what would be an extra added effort in that conversation if we go ahead? That if he not only knows the birthdays of my cousins, but take out time to personally message them or personally wish them without me telling him that, please, Adritika ji's birthday, suppose, please message her today. And if he is being updated on everything that is happening in my family, or if somebody is going through a big thing, or somebody has won something bigger, and then he just goes on and texts, and then I get a call from my cousin and she tells me, oh, he was asking about me, that was so sweet. It just makes me feel so happy that, I didn't have to tell him to do that. He just did it out of love. I mean, out of the care that, he's so attentive and listening to, about the people I care. So that I feel it's such an added extra effort. It's not required, but it's just an effort which makes me feel very heard. or very
Right.
seen, and I genuinely love that. It's such a small thing, but it just makes a huge difference
Yeah.
to the entire.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. All men should be doing that.
Right? It's just a small tweak that you can use,
Yeah,
and then you just
definitely
get.
a turn on for a lot of women.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What's a turn on for you that you feel is very non-sexual but still is a turn on for you?
For me, I feel grand gestures don't matter to me as much as small little things that are taken care of with consistency. So let's say I hate tomatoes in my food. Like I don't like tomatoes, and I've mentioned this to my guy that no, I don't want to eat something with tomatoes. So if he's knowing it for the first time, and then when we go out the next time, without me knowing, he'll order something which is served on the plate without tomatoes. Or even a small little thing like if we are out and I need water, he's just opening the bottle for me and giving it to me. All
Yeah.
these little things matter a lot to me. Also, if I say, even if it's related to emotional things, and I tell him like these things trigger me, and he's not able to understand why such small things trigger her, or it can be small or big, anything that is triggering me or is coming from my past traumas, and I've already communicated it to him, he will make sure that he will adjust his tonality or behavior patterns according to that trigger doesn't come to me. It's something that it also, I get a feeling that he is trying to heal something that he has not broken.
Yeah.
I feel little things for me and meaningful gestures for me is much more on a higher radar than grand gestures. And I'm a very adventurous girl, so I like, even if the guy is not adventurous himself, I like that he will plan dates where we are going on little adventures or hikes, or doing some fun activities like a Pilates class together.
Yeah.
Even like men are not into all those stuff, but once in a blue moon he can do that with me, and
Yeah.
that's also a good bonding session for us.
Yeah.
So rather than if you give me an option that, oh, do you want to go on a fancy dinner and like pay so much money, dress up nicely, of course once in a while it's good, but more than that I am a very small gestures,
More
and-
thoughtful things.
yeah, thoughtful and
Yeah.
meaningful gestures kind of a girl, so that turns me on.
Yeah, as you said, like you said that, if he remembers that you avoid tomatoes in your food. So if somebody who remembers your order, so you're going to a specific restaurant and he has gone there twice with you, and then he exactly knows what you like to order, and he
Yeah.
orders that without you saying it. Or the waiter comes and he just goes like, oh, for her it'll be this. And then he asks you, is this the same thing that you want to have? But to even remember your regular orders, or to remember your regular coffee orders, like what she
Yeah.
likes to have and what she doesn't like to have, that will be such a good turn on, because it just makes sure that he's listening to you all the time. He's making notes of the small things that you say,
Yeah.
which you don't say in a matter that these are the important things for me, but it's just an effort that he takes to listen to you and note down the things that you like and you dislike. And I feel to take care of that, it just feels like, as I said, it feels like you're more heard, you're more seen.
Yeah.
And there is somebody who knows how you live, or what are your patterns
Yes.
and your small things.
I agree. I think it's very right when you're saying I feel seen, because I don't want a man who's controlling, but I want a man who makes me feel seen and manage
Yeah.
things. So it's not a very control thing, but he can just take the charge and start
Yeah.
managing things by himself.
Yeah, and men think that women only like grand gestures and big things, and they want it's not about giving me 100 roses at a time. It's about just bringing one in like a week, or remembering
Yeah.
like small things like, oh, on Thursday she goes for Pilates, so maybe in the morning he just gets out my Pilates outfits and he makes sure that they are cleaned and they're washed.
Yes.
The
yes.
smaller things
and
that
even like, because I'm a very big fan of cute outfits and all that. If
Yeah.
he sees a outfit, or if he sees an ad and if he sends that to me, oh my god, this would look
Yes.
so good on you, do you like it? And if I say I like it and I forget it, but he'll just like order it for me, and it's a little surprise for me, which I will like. And let's say I have a very tiring day at work and I'm coming back home, the bed sheets are set, there are new clean fresh bed sheets for me to
Oh
lie
my
down.
God.
And when I come home, there's a little bit of foot massage that I get. all these thoughtful little things
things.
are something I really crave, and I
Yeah.
would crave in a relationship.
100%. If on Saturdays he himself takes the initiative and tell you that, can I do your oiling because tomorrow you're gonna
Yeah.
wash your hair.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's such a small thing, but it just makes so much difference. Like you
right.
feel like, okay, he's not there just because of just because we're in a relationship. He's actually there because he likes me as a human
Yeah.
being, and he knows what are my
Yeah,
patterns.
he's very present.
Yeah,
in the
what are my
relationship.
routines and
Yeah.
stuff. And as you said, I absolutely love that point that when he looks at, when he's scrolling through Instagram and he goes across something that he knows that the girl will like, and he instantly sends it that, you should wear something like this, that is just makes you more feel like involved with each other.
Yeah, I agree. Involved also, and like if you've already communicated my likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
Let's say like there are top 3 things which I love is like, okay, if I am with my best friend, I'm spending time with her, I will forget about everything because that is my happy space. And if I don't work out in the morning, then my whole day is gone for a toss. So he knows that what sets the tone for my
Yeah.
day. And days when I feel lazy or unmotivated, he would just push me like, why don't you go and work out? I know that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Just push it. So when
Yeah.
that kind of validation, and even after coming back from the gym, and if he's giving me a little bit of validation, wow, it's getting super toned.
Yeah.
Little things like that which makes me seen. And if I'm having a bad day, it's not always that you have to spend the day with a man. Then he can also suggest, why don't you go meet your best friend, spend some time with her, because that's your
Way of-
getaway time.
Yeah.
Just the way that he's listening to me is so much more important to me than what he's doing.
Yeah, and I feel like it's so important to know that for women, intimacy and anything to do with physical starts way before you even enter the room or you're in physical intimacy.
Yeah.
It is more about like emotionally opening up to her, or throughout the day if you're complimenting her on small things. And I'm not saying that complimenting all the time, like, oh, you're looking beautiful and you're this and that. I'm saying as simple as thank you so much for taking care of the food today, or I saw how you arranged the laundry, I'm really appreciative of that. Or even like small compliments, like you working very hard. If I have a good work, a long working day, just to tell me that you work really hard and I appreciate that, I'm very proud.
Yeah.
So like small things that you just say here and there are so much important than what you do in physical intimacy.
Right.
I feel because these are the places where a woman actually opens up and feels safe.
Yeah.
And for her, it starts way before, anything closer in physical intimacy. It starts way before that. It starts with the words that you're saying to her, with the actions that you're doing, with the small things and small gestures that you're doing. And I feel if men become more aware of that for girls it is about that more,
Yeah.
it would be so much easier to understand them, and then to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I agree. So for all men, it's all about the little things and small gestures and the meaningful conversations that you do with her. It's never about the great grand gestures that you do to her that she will fall in love with you. The love happens when it's in the little things, in the little moments, in the little surprises that make her feel so seen, wanted, and loved.
Yes.
Well, that was a very good second point for us. And what's the third one you would like to say?
Third one for me is also very important for me because as a person, I'm a person who cannot operate when I'm hungry. So I feel if I am in a relationship and my guy knows my eating routines and eating schedule, and if we are going out, stepping out someday and it's been a long day, if he knows exactly when I should be fed, if he takes care that I'm well
That's
fed
true.
outside, if you're stepping outside, and if he pre-plans it, suppose we are going for a shopping day, okay, and he's already in advance he has viewed all the restaurants we can have lunch at, and he at the right time he makes sure that we stop from whatever we are doing and we head to eat. So something that just takes off my brain and my mind of planning and thinking if I'm stepping out, that now I have to eat and stuff, and then he reminds me that listen, we'll continue it, let's stop it for a while, let's go and grab something, eat something first peacefully, and then we'll go back to the thing. So it just makes me so happy because if somebody's looking after that, if I'm well fed and I have my energies level right to do whatever things I'm doing, it just so makes such more difference. Like, and especially on the day when I'm, getting ready in the morning, I'm running late. I might not have time to make my breakfast or my coffee. If he makes sure that he has ordered something for me or made, if he makes it, then nothing like that, because a girl always loves somebody who cooks for her. But even if he can't cook, if he orders my coffee and keep it ready take it for the go, or he orders for breakfast, and then he makes sure that even if I'm traveling or I'm hitting or I'm heading to the airport, I have something to bite on in the plane, or some munchies that he's packed for me, or a small bag of nuts that he's
That's
packed for me.
sweet, yeah.
That's so thoughtful, and I'm trying to inculcate this habit of actually whoever comes to my home when they're going or they're traveling for a longer span, I am trying to inculcate this habit that I should pack something for them so that they can snack on and they always have something to
I
grab.
never got anything.
Because we don't go for any long trips.
I do.
Yeah.
I never got anything. She's trying to build this habit without me. How interesting. I go for a lot of work trips. I never get
I
anything.
said I'm trying to inculcate because
I never get anything.
I have recently understood, point noted, where you will from the next time. But I am trying to, because I saw a lot of people doing it and I feel it's such a beautiful gesture. And not only for men, if men do, it's an added benefit. I'm just telling you, like, you can do it. But even if if I travel from my hometown to back to Bombay, my mother always makes sure that she's packed some fruits for me, or she's packed some theplas or snacks for me so that I can have it on the go and I don't have to take care of what I'm going to eat or where I'm going to stop and what is the time from where will I order and all of that. So I think that gesture really makes me feel very happy and very, again, very heard of. I'm seen and I'm heard. So I feel if a man does that, it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I see a lot of men have started to do that. They
yeah.
are also learning what their girl likes, and for women, it's just like, even if he makes this coffee for you in the morning, as you said, the entire day you're gonna feel special about it.
Yes.
And your entire day you will just be happy remembering that one little moment, and that will just make your day. And sometimes even like these kind of memories creates great moments that
100%.
you never forget.
Yeah, I'm on work and suppose, say I'm on a shoot day, and shoot days can get very hectic. And if I have like 5-10 minutes and I call him and I make him a call and I'm just like, yeah, we're shooting, but I'm a little tired now, and he just randomly orders a coffee on set, or he randomly orders some protein bar on set, or some energy food on set. It's just so, like, you just feel like, wow, he has taken so much efforts to, order that for you and make sure that you're well fed and happy. And I feel those small things, so small gestures really lead up to a place where you really trust that person and you love that person. And it just shows that, you care for them. And I feel it's so important. So as you said, for women, it's not about grand gestures. And everybody thinks that women only like big things and grand things and make it grand. But I feel women actually are happy in the smallest of efforts that you take.
Yeah.
And those really count much more than any big thing you will ever
Which
plan.
doesn't even take that much time.
Yes.
It's just a little bit of effort.
Yes, very little of effort.
And that will take your relationship a very, very long way.
Very long way.
Yeah, I mean, that's very cute. That is noted with a tick.
What's the other one for you?
I feel as a person, I like calm energy a lot. So there might be a lot of situations in your life where you might panic, or something might happen which makes you more anxious. And when you're a couple and when you're dealing with life together, the situations might fall on both of you together.
Yeah.
It's where you're traveling and something goes wrong. So I don't want my man to be anxious and just be like, oh my God, you did not take care of this. How could you do it? Like, don't rub off your anxiety on me. No matter how big the situation is, even if he's calm, I think the situation would be handled way better and the solutions would come out way better. And I don't like being blamed for things which are not in my control.
Yeah.
Situations which are not in our control. But if the man is taking that anger out on me, and he's not calm about it, I wouldn't appreciate it. I need my man to be calm no matter how happy the situation is, how sad the situation is, how scary the situation is, or how beautiful the situation is.
Yeah.
I want this calm energy and content energy all way along
Yeah.
in my relationship, because that will make me feel much more safer than the waves of energy he would take in any
Yeah.
relationship. The waves of energy he would take in any situation.
Yeah.
So I don't like men who have what is it called? These moods where one time he's okay, the next
Yes.
moment he's
Intense
angry,
mood swings.
the next moment he's just laughing about things, the next moment, like, because then I don't want to go through those emotions together with him. No,
Yeah.
like, no matter what, you have to be calm first. And of course, we can get scared, it's very human, but it shouldn't come to a point where you are blaming your partner.
you're getting anxious.
Disrespecting your anxious. You're disrespecting your partner, or you're just rubbing off the energy to me, because that is not going to help me.
Yeah.
But if the same situation is dealt in a calm way, and even if if I have so much anxiety, that will calm me down so much that the situation can be handled way
Yeah.
differently than how
It would have otherwise.
it would have otherwise happened. Yeah.
And I feel women, they attract energies a lot. So if if they're traveling with their partner and something goes off with the partner, they'll be very quick to catch on that energy.
Yeah.
So if there's as you said, if in a relationship a man is extremely anxious or gets anxious about every small thing and starts blaming you or starts putting that blame on you, तुम्हारी वजह से late हुए, देख लिया अब तुम्हारी वजह से security में लंबी.
Yeah.
So these small things you might feel like you're just venting out or saying those, but the words that you're saying might affect her very, very badly and deeply.
Yeah.
And I feel, to take care of that, to have that calm state of mind. And I think women, any which ways in general, are very hyper on their emotions, because we have so many hormonal changes every time that we're going through, that our emotions are heightened all the time.
Yeah.
So if you have a partner who's also on running on the same emotional wavelengths, it is going to be so much more difficult to handle.
Right.
So you need somebody who can calm you down and make you feel like, okay, we are in a problem, but that problem can be solved. There is nothing that cannot be solved. And if that's done in a good way, and I feel any which ways, if there's a problem that has arisen, it's in none of your hands. Like, nothing was controlled,
Exactly.
right? So might as well go through it and find for good solutions peacefully, calmly, because then there are higher chances of you reaching the solution quickly.
Yeah, and it's not
other
gonna
than
help
making
you anyways. If you are gonna rub off that energy on your partner, it's just gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Calmness brings a certain kind of security that I feel with that energy, that no matter what happens, I feel secure with this man, because he's calm under any situation
Pressure.
that happens, or
Yeah.
whatever life throws at him. And it's very important for a man to know that there would be highs and lows in life. Even if you achieve the bestest thing, and even if you're at the lowest,
Yeah.
be calm.
Yeah.
You know, that energy is something I would really be turned on with.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean, we're not talking about here that you cannot get vulnerable or you cannot
Yes,
have,
yes,
like,
of course.
low times. Of course, you can have low times. But I'm saying, if it is a repetitive pattern that you're getting, you in any stressful situation, you're getting anxious and you're rubbing that energy on your partner, then that's a problem, and that needs to be
And as
rectified.
humans, I feel anything goes wrong, it's a very common thing that we start blaming the other person. There has to be a blame, because there has to be an instant justification to things or situations that are happening to you. And if that's coming on to your partner, that's not a good thing, because nobody is at fault here, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a situation. And if you deal it together as a team, and being a calm team, it's such a beautiful thing to have in a relationship. And that relationship will also go a very long way, because you as a team and you guys as a unit are so content.
Yes.
And you can think things through when
when things are wrong.
happens, and how to deal with them.
Yes, and I think in a relationship, it tells a lot. See, good times are always going to be good.
Yeah.
They are always going to be nice. So you'll always feel nice in those situations. But the real test of relationship only happens when things are not going right. Everything is going wrong. Then you see how you
reacting
Yes.
in those bad situations
Yes.
or stressful situations.
How do you
towards your
treat each
partner.
other?
Yeah.
What are the word choices that you're making when you're in such situations? And I think those are the core foundation, or how long your relationship is going to.
Yeah.
So rather looking for all the rosy times, be in acceptance that there are going to be bad times, but how do you navigate, both of you, how do you navigate through that bad times is going to, tell a lot about how your relationship is going to work in the future. So I think that is something that a person should always see. And I feel it's such a big, you've said such a good point, because I've always heard this, and पहले मुझे समझ में नहीं आता था, but now I'm also a firm believer that you can never judge your relationship until and unless you've gone with that person on a trip. Like going
I've
on a
heard
trip.
that somewhere, yeah.
Yes. Be it in a relationship with a man or a woman, like in a love relationship, or be a friendship relationship. It tells a lot about how strong your relationship is when you travel with that person. Because a lot of things when you're traveling are very spontaneous. Things that are not planned can come into picture.
Yeah.
And how do you react to those? What are your likes and dislikes when you're traveling? How calm are you? Or some people are like very hyper, like I want to do this, 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 I want to see everything. And the other person might just be like, come on, relax, we are on a vacation, let me just chill. So a travel compatibility is equally important in a relationship than any other aspects.
Yes, of course. And it also shows you different versions of your partner, and then when you see all different versions of your partner and you're satisfied with how he reacts to things, then
there's an assurance
there's a good assurance that you get about it.
Yeah, he's the one. You are a reflection of the people you surround yourself with, and if they are saying good things about you, it just makes you more assured. Because as humans, we always think about, it's very easy, and it's a human tendency that we do, look at our negatives more often than we look at our positives.
Yeah, so appreciation is very important.
So if you have somebody who's keep on affirming you, and especially for you as a person, because I know that you are a person whose love language is like words of affirmation, or pushing you or motivating you, and you feel much more yourself and better in that.
Yeah, I thrive in those kind of relationships where I feel most validated with my partner, and he's always talking good things, affirmative things. Of course, there are times when it can get here and there, but I feel most of the time it should be a positive environment that you're creating for your partner.
Yeah, and especially on the days when you're feeling low.
Yeah.
Like if without saying, he knows that, there's something off with you.
Yes, and when he can see the things sometimes you cannot see about yourself. If there is something that happens wrong or goes wrong in my life, he reminds you of the things you are. He reminds you of the things that you have done.
Yes.
Or the little efforts that you make to make your life better, make your work better. And then he reminds you of this is who you are. You don't need to be so hard on yourself,
Yes.
These are all the points that are great about you. One mistake cannot judge you your entire life or dictate your entire life. Mistakes happen, but it's okay. We learn and move on from that. So it's also how he takes my mistakes and create a positive environment in that too.
Like a safe space that you know that you can make mistakes.
Because you can be a hard critic on yourself a lot of times, but when your partner actually reminds you of who you are and the good qualities that you have and all that you've achieved and all that you've worked hard for, then it brings you back to the person you were, and then you can do so much more better if you have a partner like that.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's a good turn on point.
Yeah, and I think it is all the more important because as Indian kids, we have never been given a lot of affirmation growing up. Like, our parents' love language, fortunately, unfortunately, from what they have learned, was always being harsh or always being strict or always making sure that your kids don't do wrong. So often we were told about the good things that we've done. And, it was almost every day that we were told that don't do this thing wrong, don't do this thing wrong, don't do this thing wrong. So if you grow up and you always crave for that, validation or acceptance, and if that comes from your partner who naturally understands that it is good to give random compliments out here and there, it just makes such a huge difference in your relationship, because that part which was never satisfied just gets this new validation and you just feel so beautiful about your own self. And if a girl feels beautiful inside, it is going to reflect outside. If she's glowing from inside, it is going to reflect outside. So there is, we always talk about this, that, certain relationship we have seen our girlfriends in, they have just glowed very differently, right? They just look very different. They look happy. And the same girl in some other of her previous relationships were, used to visibly, she used to smile, but yet you could just tell that,
Visibly, you can tell.
कि she's not happy.
Yeah.
So I think these are very big indicators of how your communication with each other personally reflects a lot how your girl is going to act in the public spaces.
Public space. That is so true.
And
That
a
is
happy
so
girl
true.
tells a lot about a man, how
Yeah.
she's being treated
Yeah.
behind the doors.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. What is the next one for you?
Yeah, so the other one which is for me is how am I criticized? Like I know I'm a human. I am going to
Yeah.
make mistakes. I do make mistakes. I am not God that I don't have any flaws in me. But somebody who can criticize me but in a way that it is not coming from a space of he's trying to hurt me or say things harshly. If someone can put criticism in a way that I would understand and it would still not make me feel like, oh, everything is wrong with me, is so underrated. Is so underrated because as humans, we are told like how to give compliments. We know how to say good things about people. But as humans, we never learn how to criticize somebody, but still in a very empathetic or in a very kinder way.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference because if I do something wrong and you're just gonna come on my face and say, oh, you did this wrong, why? It's just gonna take me more back, like more. I would be much, and then my retaliation would be higher, or I would become very defensive. And if somebody knows how to criticize me properly in a kinder way, tell me my flaws, point out my wrong things, but in a way that it doesn't hurt my inside. It is such an underrated thing. So I feel that really turns me on if a man knows how to criticize me, but in a very nicer way.
Yeah, kindness goes a long way.
Yeah.
And even if he criticizes you in a right way, the way next time you're gonna handle that specific situation and you're gonna deal with that thing would be so different.
Exactly.
And he would be also proud of you, how you came out of it.
Exactly.
So it also makes a huge difference on how in future you're handling
Yeah.
things. And if he criticizes you in a bad way, you are just gonna shut down, and then in future you're just not gonna do it, or
Exactly.
you will be fearful about doing this thing or in
Right.
that situation that you are in. So you cannot give the best version of yourself, and you cannot be the best version of yourself.
100%. 100%. I mean, I 100% understand that, it is only the people who are closest to you that are going to
Yes.
tell you what is wrong,
Yeah.
Everybody's going to tell you good things about yourself, but only the closest people in your life are going to tell you that, you're doing this thing wrong, or
Yeah.
you're doing this thing differently, you can do this. But there's a way of telling it, because if you tell it very harshly or you're just too blunt about it, that
Yeah.
person might just get hurt and be scared to do that next
Yes.
time, as you said, and I might just block it out, or I might just stop doing it.
Or you would just not do it in front of him.
Yes, 100%. But if somebody on that same thing tells me, sits down with me, tells me good thing that I did in that space, and then, navigates the conversation in a way that he tells me very, very calmly that, but you could have done this differently, I feel like, this is your strong suit. So you maybe use this to navigate in these kind of situations.
Yeah.
That's just such more like a better way of telling things or conveying things, and it just makes huge difference. Your words really make a huge difference how you say it. I feel like the harshest of thing can be said in a way that it never hurts anybody, and sometimes even basic things can be said in a way that it just hurts the other person and just shatters their confidence.
Yes.
So to know that difference and to make sure that you filter that out and filter it in a way that it doesn't shatter their confidence is very important. And I feel also the time and place how you criticize.
In front of whom?
In front of whom? Like one thing that I have understood about myself recently is that I am too quick to criticize. So, if something happens between us here, I would not give it a second thought or not maybe process it fully, and I would just say, yaar, tune galat bol diya. But I feel that is such a wrong way to approach it.
Yeah.
There can be a calmer way, a more, subtler way to put it out there. And I have started noticing this about me, and my partner has pointed this out, and I'm trying to, learn from it and undo it. And on the other hand, how he does it, even if we are in a public space and I do make a mistake, it's not important that you point it out right there. And especially in front of the people who are you surrounded with, because it can go in such a wrong direction and
Yeah.
such a quick span, because
Yeah.
he has to understand that he cannot say these things in public, because then it is going to shatter your confidence and then you will not be yourself anymore.
Yeah, that would you will start losing confidence in the relationship,
Yes.
in yourself too. And men really need to understand that whenever they do things like that, it only shatters women's confidence.
Yes.
And she would feel much more lower in front of you, and
Insecure. She would start
insecure,
feeling, yeah.
and she would start also feeling in her head that, oh, he's judging me for every single
Yes.
thing, and she would not be a very
Herself.
she would not be a very great woman for you at that point, because
Yeah.
she cannot live up to who she is, who
Yeah.
she originally is.
Yeah,
the
she
OG
starts questioning-
version of this girl is not there with you anymore.
Exactly. She starts questioning everything. Then you start judging your own actions before even
Yes.
doing it.
Because if you're listening this 10,000 times from a person that you are this, you are this, you are this, then you would be also like, क्या मैं सच में ऐसी हूँ?
Yeah, and then you start questioning yourself, and you start changing your actions, who you're not in the first place, and it just eventually it is going to head into a place which is going to be very bad for both people in the
Yes.
relationship, because if you're not, and if you cannot be fully yourself in front of your partner, then the entire relationship makes no point. I feel same in the
Yeah.
friendship. If you
Yeah.
cannot be 100% yourself in friendship,
then there is no point.
there's no point of having that friendship
Yeah.
and relationship, because you'll never be satisfied with that relationship.
Right.
You'll always keep questioning everything inside. So I feel it is so important to know, what kind of people really motivate you, and
Yeah.
what kind of people and words and the choices of words they make are suitable to you.
Yeah.
Because not everybody can be made for you. And I feel
Yes.
that is, it's also a very important thing to
Well,
be in relationship.
I think that's a very beautiful point to be noted.
Yeah. What's the next one for you?
For me, I think I am a person when I take care of everything in my life solo.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to be responsible at work, how to be responsible for my house, for my cats, for myself, for my family, everything. But when I come in a relationship, I want the man to be responsible for me.
Yeah.
And I want to be babied, but in a way that he also has to have humor in it. He has to be funny guy.
Yeah.
Like, taking responsibility and also being a funny guy changes everything for me, because I love to laugh. And
Yeah.
if this person is someone who's laughing in the most stressful situations, or something has happened in me and we are just discussing it out of making fun of it and laughing about it,
Yeah.
the whole perception about this whole situation will change in a
Change.
way, and then it's like you're laughing on your problems.
Yes.
You're laughing on the fights that happen.
Yeah.
You know? And even when he is taking charge, like, I want him to take charge in a way that he is already booked tickets for us, and he's just coming to me saying that please take days off, we are going for a vacation.
Yes.
And I don't want to be very particular about, no, but why did you choose this? Let's go to that place. I'm not a person like that. I'm very easy in relationships, and I like to be babied in a relationship, because everywhere else I'm taking care of all aspects of my life. So there
Yeah.
has to be one aspect where I feel I'm being taken care of. And I don't have to put that much brains, ki matlab, whatever. Like, I just have to leave my brain at home and then roam with him. And then he will take charge of the entire itinerary of the trip, the kind of food we are gonna get, or
The activities
places we
you're
are
gonna
gonna
do.
visit. But that too, which comes with a humor kind of way. Like, we are constantly laughing at each other, and even if we are making mistakes, we are making fun of those mistakes.
Yeah.
Let's say there's a fight, and it was because of me. Of course, it can be a heated fight at that moment, but the next day when we discuss about it, it's just a funny thing.
Yes.
He comes to me and he's like, my God, you have to fix that. It was also unnecessary. And then we start laughing about it. You're like, yeah, what? Why was I doing it? And that it just makes it so much more funnier.
Yeah.
And, you know, as women, we tend to have a lot of insecurities. But if your man is actually making it in a fun way that I don't even know why you are like that, and if he makes a joke out of it, it's so much more better than...
Yeah,
Like,
and I feel it's such a good way to look back also, because
Yeah.
sometimes, you can have these things are tend to happen, like fights, arguments, and everything.
Yeah.
All of that is going to happen naturally.
yeah.
But how you look at it when you go, like, after 2 days, how do you look at it?
Yeah.
If that entire memory is turned out, is converted into a joke later on.
Yes.
You will not be scared to do that again in future. Like,
it wouldn't build resentment against
yes
each other.
yes, if you look at it in a very funny way, once you're done with it, it just makes that memory a happy memory. It doesn't
Yes.
it doesn't scar you from inside. Like,
Yeah.
you would never be in that thought, oh, I should not make this mistake again because it'll become such a huge thing. Oh, I should be careful, I will not make that mistake again. It'll keep on running in your head if
Yeah.
it is not sorted out. But if it is taken in humorous way, after, like, if your fight is done and then you're just laughing
You both
about
are
it,
laughing about it. It's a very different situation.
yes,
after
and it
that.
becomes much more easier for women then to commit that, not to even think about that mistake and to just move forward with life. And even if it happens sometime in future, she would be assured that, okay, this can be sorted
Yeah.
out. It's not a big thing for us.
Yeah.
And that's such a good assurance to have in a relationship. Like, you can make
Exactly.
mistakes and you can laugh about it.
Yeah.
That is the best assurance you can have in a relationship.
True, and you'll never get bored of that relationship because there's this constant energy and excitement and constant laughter that we are sharing.
Yeah.
But if, like, let's say if I date a man who's not that funny, I might not be that attracted to him. I would not date him in the first place because I need a humorous guy. Because I am, like, live and let live. Life is
Yeah.
full of happy moments kind of a girl.
Yeah.
And just someone who takes charge. I don't want to really be taking efforts for every single thing in
Micromanaging
my
everything.
life. Yeah, and that alphaness I need to have in my relationship. I don't want to baby my man. Like, he cannot be a man child for me or another project to handle. You know, it just should be a space where I feel I can just let loose and be
Relax.
myself. And still there are these adventures that we are going and
Yeah.
experiencing together with a lot of laughter, love, and happiness.
Yeah. On this question, I want to ask you, what is more important to you, a boy with six-pack abs or a boy who knows how to make you laugh?
A boy who makes me laugh.
Right?
Yes.
And men think why women always say that they want sense of humor, they want funny, but they really want a good-looking man. No.
Of course, looks matter, but personality matters more.
And if you are somebody who can make us laugh, oh my
Yeah.
God, it is a cliche thing, but it is also a very
Yeah.
important thing in a relationship that you make your girl laugh.
Yeah.
It's so important.
And if your girl think that you are the most funniest guy she has met, she is in love. She's in true love.
Yes, she's actually in
That is
true
a
love.
very big compliment for a guy to
100%. I feel it is equivalent of how you say a girl, right? That
Yeah.
she's how boys say to girls that you're the best girl he has ever found. Like,
Yeah.
how big of that a compliment is. For women, if men, you want to note down, if a girl is telling you that, you're the funniest man she's ever met in life, nothing can beat that compliment, because
Yeah.
it comes from a place that she's absolutely enjoying your company.
Yeah,
and she would not
there's
change
also
anything.
a certain kind of security you feel with that kind of energy because you eventually know he's gonna laugh it out.
Yeah.
Nothing is that serious in life.
Yes.
When he gives you that kind of a surety, nothing is that serious in life.
Yeah.
No matter what the situation happens, we will laugh it off.
We'll face everything and
And
go.
yeah, as a team, we are gonna go
Come out of
together with it and come out of it. That's something that would be, like, so cute.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what would be the last thing for you?
I think the last thing would be is I think universally agreed in girls. I absolutely find it a big turn on. And if you don't know this, I actually find it a big turn off, is if a guy doesn't know how to drive a car. I mean, you need to have some kind of driving
And
skills.
in my mind, I think all men know how to drive a car.
You're very highly mistaken, because there are a lot of people who don't know how to drive a car. And I'm not saying drive a car, but you should know at least how to drive a scooty or how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
Because what if emergency situation
That's so
comes
weird.
up?
I've never heard a man who doesn't know how to
I
drive.
know few.
Yeah.
But it is so important. And another thing which is very non-sexual, but yet you'll find, I want to know from you, do you find it sexy when a man is
Yeah,
taking a
this-
reverse and he puts the hand on the passenger princess and he takes one hand driving and one hand reversing? It's I don't know why, it's so random, but it's such a big turn on for girls. And I've never
Yeah.
understood the concept
And every
about
girl feels that. I feel.
every girl feels that. But why is that? I have never been able to understand why is such a big turn on when a guy drives with one hand and is taking back and
I
put
don't know,
the
it's just sexy
hand.
to look at.
Maybe it's very in then I feel what it is, you know, in that moment you feel like he's very much of control of everything.
Yeah.
Like the aspect
that kind
of
of
that-
mentality I did not think
Yeah,
about.
like oh he's in control, like he's locked in.
Yeah.
He's focused on the driving, and then it's
Yeah.
just a seamlessly beautiful action
Yes.
that just looks very hot to look at.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think-
a man who is in control and he knows how to take control and,
And
take
how to
charge.
drive.
Yeah.
For me, it is very important. You should know how to drive. Because
Yeah.
I feel like it's just, I don't know. I know it's not a life death situation, that it should not be a big criteria, but I just feel like if you don't know
Driving is
driving, I feel,
because you yourself are a great driver.
yeah,
So
maybe even that. Yeah, maybe even that. But I
Yeah.
still feel like every man should know how to drive.
yes,
It's
100%.
such a skill. Like,
I
you know
cannot-
how you expect your man to know how to do electrical things?
Yeah.
It is as simple as that. That you should know how to drive as well.
Yes, yes, that is important for every girl, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so this is the guidebook of what are those non-sexual things that turn women on, and I feel we have spoken about such great points, and everyone should know that, note that, and all women here who are listening to our podcast and watching us would agree. Don't you?
Actually, they would say they would say that we are saying their thoughts but louder. Like, you should thank
Yes.
us that, you know, we're just putting all of this out there.
Yeah.
I know we are doing a favor to the women's society.
Your
So, yeah.
relationship is gonna go a long way because of us and our tips.
Look at us now being relationship advisors also.
Yeah, love Guru. Well, what a fantastic episode. I hope you guys have made your notes.
Yeah, and you do follow them and implement in your relationship, and thank us later.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining in. And before signing out, as we
Don't
always say,
forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. We are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, and soon on
Apple. I think at this point people should just start commenting that Apple.
We
But-
will get there.
Yes.
और कल करे सो आज कर.
आज करे सो इसके बाद. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us.